Hello. When we learn, we share ideas. Conversation is the basis of learning. That is why it's important to communicate with children. Engage them in a conversation where they feel that you are interested in something that's going on in their brain. When I am able to present videos to you of my pedagogy, myself working with children, that gives me a wonderful platform to show you in real time how I interact. And that's much better than reading a book, because a book does not give you the dynamic interplay between me as a musician and the young musicians in front of me. One of the things that's going to make your learning that much better is if you're able to ask questions of me. In this video, I will respond to some questions and comments people have made regarding the 4 videos I have on early childhood music and music centers. The first set of questions will deal with the age of the children in these 4 short videos and what time of year it was. The video clips that you saw, and it was over probably a 2-month period of time, from late February to May. So it was late kindergarten that you're watching, and they've had a full 5 or 6 months with the centers. This is their first experience with music centers, but they have 5 or 6 months of work in knowing how and what their limits are with the centers. It takes time, it takes repetition. Because the purpose of these videos is to show you what is possible, I have taken out stuff that will just get in the way. So if it's inappropriate behavior, I may have deleted it from this particular set of videos so that we're focused on what is possible. There's inappropriate behavior all the time. I have no silver bullet on how to control a child. And if you do, let me know. So the videos are not let them run. I turn it on and just let things happen. I was very selective so that you get as much information in a short amount of time as you can. One viewer writes, "In these videos I saw a large number of children who, through playing and singing, seem to be hearing and recognizing melodies and rhythms much more than I have noticed in my own early childhood music classes. I wonder if this is related to age, ability levels, the time of year that these were recorded, or the way you were teaching them compared to the way I have been teaching them." I don't really know that there is a specific answer. As far as ability groups go, these are average children from Nacogdoches. These are not hand-picked, gifted and talented children. These are lottery. The school is populated through a lottery. So ability, I'm going to say that there are not musical geniuses out there in this class or these kids that you don't have in your own. Now, one of the things that is difficult for us as musicians to really wrap our heads around is that the ears have it. Musicians listen, and they listen better, they hear better than other people, because that is really what music is about. It's not how high you sing, how loud you sing, how fast you play. It's about hearing. And by and large, I believe our profession is obsessed with technique of playing or of singing, playing, it's not always trumpet, or of singing at the expense of listening. Because listening is the foundation, the bedrock of our art, then we need to really work on listening. So I focus heavily on listening. I have been blessed, I should say, I've been blessed that I do not have to put on dog and pony shows. I could if I wanted to, but I am not pressed to do so. And I have not put on your typical canned musical since 1995. It's been 15 years since I've put on a canned musical that I bought from whomever. So that allows me a lot of opportunity to do things that I wouldn't be afforded. I wouldn't have the luxury of time in another situation. So yes, I focus heavily on listening, and I focus on those, intonally at least, tonic and dominant, because for better or for worse, those two notes are the feet of our harmonic system. All music drives to tonic. And we could say, okay, I can find some music. Yes, that's elevated art music for academics. In the real world of billions of people, the music we listen to is going to be grounded on bum, 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 bum. It's going to drive to tonic. And we need to make sure our children can hear tonic. So it's over and over and over again. Finding a simple melody and getting the children to hear it in another mode, hear it in another meter. For example, maybe it's right now, this particular time of year, we're getting into the holiday, the Christmas season. How many different ways can you sing Jingle Bells without the words? Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself, or Jolly Old St. Nicholas, or any of those tunes that everybody knows. Sing them in the opposite mode, and they're mostly major, so sing them in the minor mode. If the scale works out the right way, sing them in Dorian, or sing them in Phrygian, or sing them in Lydian. Those are the ways that are going to help your kids hear. It's hearing music. It's focusing on that. And one of the things that we find at the college level is our students, the students who come from the public school ranks or from the ranks of anybody, quite frankly, they don't listen. They don't know how to listen because no one has ever asked them to listen. No one has ever expected that they should listen. All we expect people to do in our ensembles, be they vocal or instrumental, is sing or play what's written, and it will be great. And we say, well, it's going to require you to listen. And that's true. Okay, it requires listening. However, we, as the music specialist or the director, we're going to listen for the kids and say, hey, you're flat. The kids don't ever figure out they're flat, but we tell them they're flat, and so we tell them to push in, or we tell them to pull out if they're sharp, or whatever it is, okay? So listening is very important, and it needs to be part of how you go about business. And as you saw in the videos, I am always listening. I'm listening for the kids, what they're doing, and I'm trying to see how this thing over here is related to that thing over there, so I can shove them together and show the children that, yes, they work together. Listening, listening, listening. And I think over the course of many, many years, this didn't happen overnight, many, many years I've slowly progressed. And all of what I'm saying to you now is heavily influenced by Edwin Gordon's ideas. I think that his music learning theory is something that we should all at least entertain. And if nothing else, the idea that someone should be able to hear and sing tonic and relate dominant to that, should be able to move in triples, in duples. This is important. These are requisite skills for the rest of a person's life.